Hey everyone, and welcome to part 4 of this commentary playthrough of Mortal Kombat 1's story mode. In the last episode, a lot happened. So Johnny Cage and Kung Lao and the gang got out of prison and ended up in Outworld, where they met Ashura. Well, before that, they ended up in the Living Forest, where they met Ashura, who was a demon from the Netherrealm, which is basically hell. While they were there, they discovered Ashura told them about Quan Chi, that he was working with Shang Tsung, creating soul stealers to steal the souls of all the living dead. So from all the dead, in order to basically, he used it to create a being called Ermac, but he's using all the souls also to gain power. So then after that, went back to Outworld, where the Earthrealmers were being hunted by General Shao, who was also conspiring with Shang Tsung. And then we ended the session with Scorpion and Sub-Zero, who were going to try and bring Shang Tsung in for questioning. They brought Quan Chi in, but then he escaped. But Sub-Zero got corrupted by Shang Tsung and is now working for him. So now Scorpion has gone off on his own. And that is how the rivalry of Scorpion and Sub-Zero truly began. So without further ado, let's continue with Chapter 9.
A Lin Kuei's flame is not easily smothered.
Split up! We must find him!
Scorpion bolts out of the castle alone. In the outer courtyard, a sharp wind carries snow onto the sloping roofs of various buildings. Smoke waits behind a giant wheel. He darts to Scorpion.
What happened? Where's Bihan?
He's betrayed us. We're all in imminent danger.
They retreat into a blizzard.
Letting Father die. Forsaking Earthrealm? He's abandoned all reason.
I knew Bihan's frustrations ran deep, but I never thought they could inspire such madness. We can't let his corruption spread.
Whatever it takes, I am with you.
Thank you. We may not share blood, but we are brothers.
Sub-Zero emerges.
Do your oaths mean nothing? It's your duty to obey my will.
Not when it betrays Lin Kuei principles. We won't sacrifice them to serve your ambition.
An ice dagger materializes in Sub-Zero's hand. He slashes at Scorpion, who swerves. Scorpion stomps his brother's side, then kicks his jaw. He traps Sub-Zero's dominant arm and twists.
Sub-Zero
breaks free with
Red Heart.
He punches Sub-Zero in the throat. Scorpion tries to wrestle the ice dagger from Sub-Zero's hand, but Sub-Zero slices his palm. He squeezes his wounded hand into a fist as Sub-Zero advances. As snow flutters, Sub-Zero stabs and swipes at his brother, who dodges and retaliates with his fist. Sub-Zero carves at his brother's head, but Scorpion grabs his arm with both hands. He looks up and sees Sub-Zero's empty fist. Sub-Zero cuts his face with the dagger in his other hand, leaving a trailing scar.
Kuei Liang!
Stay back. This is my fight.
End this, brother. Embrace the future.
I want no part of it. You pervert all that it means to be Lin Kuei.
Fight. plan.
Nice.
You are my Grandmaster no longer.
Scorpion kneels.
What are you doing? Once he's exposed, won't you be made Grandmaster?
You forget Cyrax and Sector. Their loyalty to Bihan is absolute. They'll sooner abet his corruption than follow me. We must chart a new course. One that both honors our father's legacy and serves Earthrealm.
He stands behind Smoke.
Help me. We can't leave him here to aid Shang Tsung.
Later, Scorpion rushes into the surrounding woodland with Smoke, shouldering Sub-Zero's comatose body. They halt and watch 4 columns of green light flare from the Yin Fortress ruins, swirling into the clouds. Simultaneously, at the Wuxi Academy, Liu Kang studies the same Soul Nados.
How did you achieve this, sorcerer?
Behind him, particles of sand dance with shards of light. The small sandstorm forms Geras.
You arrived not a moment too soon, Geras. What have you learned?
In scrutinizing Shang Tsung's first meeting with his benefactor, I made an important discovery. Her life essence, the very time crystals that make up her being, are not of this timeline.
Not of this timeline? How could someone from a previous timeline enter this one?
That cannot happen.
If that cannot happen, then what has happened, Geras? There are no other timelines than those that have come before.
All evidence points to the presence of a second timeline, which exists concurrently with ours.
2 timelines, side by side, moving forward simultaneously?
Never in a billion lifetimes have I seen this. But that does not make the other timeline any less real. There can be no doubt that Shang Tsung's benefactor hails from it.
And who she is, why she's here, where she's from. All questions we need answered, which we can't while we are under attack. I will go to Sindel, convince her to withdraw from Earthrealm by showing her how history is being manipulated.
That will require revealing to her your prior role as Keeper of Time.
The situation gives me no choice. I will need your help, Geras, to prove my claims to the Empress.
They observe the Soul Nados while trees sway in the wind. Later, in Outworld, Sundo's portal gate emanates energy, surrounded by tropical greenery and colorful flowers. Liu Kang materializes from within. The constabulary await. Li Mei approaches as the others draw their weapons. She walks between weathered lion statues and reaches a platform bordered by water.
Return home, Lord Liu Kang. I am to let no one pass.
I must see Her Majesty. She must call off her attack on Earthrealm.
Her decision was unwise, but she no longer seeks my counsel, and I doubt she's interested in yours.
The Empress has been deceived. Shang Tsung and General Shao have fomented this crisis as a means to steal her throne.
General Shao? I knew he was hiding his true intentions. But join Shang Tsung? I knew he couldn't be trusted. Were I still Umgadi, he would never have breathed the same air as the Empress. My palace sources told me he arrived out of nowhere, and immediately had the Empress's ear.
He gained her trust by treating Princess Melina's condition. Tragically, she is afflicted with Tarkat disease.
Tarkat? The Empress must be beside herself. If Shang Tsung found a treatment, no wonder she embraced him.
I have shared this with no one. I trust that you, of all people, will keep this secret.
Of course. Were it made public, it would bring down the royal family.
Li Mei, Empress Sindel needs our help. Will you join me?
Emperor Jarrett's death, the pain it caused Empress Sindel, has always haunted me. I failed the royal family once. I won't do so again.
She clenches her jaw. Later, Li Mei and Liu Kang ride in an enclosed wooden carriage pulled by horses, while her constables run alongside it.
It's getting very interesting this because of the whole thing with the timelines.
Everything now makes sense. My Umgadi contacts had said the general's soldiers had been encroaching. But still, I can't fathom it. General Shao committing treason?
It is the fruit of a poisonous seed planted by Shang Tsung. He played to the general's vanity, inflamed his prejudices to convince him that he alone could save our world.
He may be unstoppable. The Umgadi don't have numbers, and my constables aren't trained for war.
Know that I, too, will aid in the Empress's defense.
The carriage stops.
Driver, what is it?
She pushes the doors open. Her constables have drawn their weapons.
I may need that aid right now.
He nods. Reiko and a Centaurian swagger up, backed by General Shao's soldiers. The Centaurian has a horse's body, ram's horns, a metal tail, and a humanoid muscular upper body.
Oh,
Return
Matoro!
Liu Kang to the portal gate, Li Mei. He isn't welcome in Outworld.
I won't support the General, Reiko, nor his plot to usurp the throne.
Then you won't live to see the new regime.
The Centaurian rips off a constable's arms. He bucks and stomps his victim to the ground with heavy hooves. Reiko
That's
slashes
Matoro,
constables with a knife.
wow.
He rolls and stabs a constable in the throat. Blood spurts as he yanks it out. He flings the blood off his knife. Li Mei shuts the doors.
They have us surrounded.
I am Earthrealm's protector, Li Mei. I am no stranger to combat.
Then let's get out there.
She throws open the doors and sprints. She kicks two soldiers in their chests and sweeps her leg to trip another. Li Mei springs back up and faces Reiko, who tosses a constable over his shoulder.
You should have joined us, not the constabulary. We could have used your Umgadi skills.
Enough! I've no use for a traitor's compliments.
Fight.
Move list. Special moves. Nova Blast. Left directional button. Right directional button. Square button. Enhanced Nova Blast. Air Nova Blast. Air Enhanced Nova. Sky Lantern. Down directional button. Left directional button. Triangle button. Cheesy Line. Down directional button. Left directional button. Cross button. Down. Enhanced Cheesy Line. Chain Reaction. Left directional button. Right directional button. Circle button.
Shao's soldiers were better trained. You and your accomplices will face judgment, Reiko.
Li Mei hurries Liu Kang as her constables arrest the soldiers.
We must leave. Reinforcements will be on the way.
He follows her into the carriage and shuts the doors. Later, Li Mei and Liu Kang stride through the hanging gardens of Empress Sindel's palace. A purple weeping willow provides ample shade among majestic architecture. They march past lavender drapes dispersed between stone columns. They reach a flourishing garden with vibrant flora and a flowing waterfall. Tanya accosts them, flanked by a second Umgadi. She points her staff at Liu Kang.
Word of his arrival precedes you. Surrender if you wish to remain unharmed.
Let us pass, Tanya.
I also have a spy.
He brings word that Shang Tsung and General Shao plot against them.
The General? Are you so easily taken in by lies? Once again, you prove incapable of protecting the royal house.
Fight.
Move list. Cross button confirm. Up and down. Navigate.
Just getting my brow note. One sec, folks. Okay, now I have my brow note. Any comments that come? I guess the PS5 reason, but
the attacker jabs the victim with 3 strikes, then knocks them away with an elbow to the head. Tanya bolts forward, leaving her staff lodged in the ground. She leaps to kick the victim's face through the staff.
We waste precious time, Tanya. Let's finish this.
It's dumb that it doesn't say who commented.
Move list. Cross button confirm.
yeah, it
down.
is.
Navigate.
It kind of does.
To Tanya.
I'm sorry you made that necessary.
Umgadi priestesses rush in. They circle Li Mei and Liu Kang, pointing their spears.
Priestesses.
Li Mei holds out her arms as she and Liu Kang stand back to back.
You know who I am. Of my deeds when I was one of you. I may no longer be welcome. But in my heart, I am still Umgadi. I will always honor my vows. He's here to end a threat to the Empress. Stand against us, and she will lose the throne. Stand with us, and we will save the Empire.
Later, Li Mei and Liu Kang escort a bound Tanya down a hallway.
Why didn't you kill me?
Because we mean you no harm.
And that you live will help prove that fact to the Empress.
Umgadi follow as the trio enters the colossal throne room. Purple fabric drapes over the walls, and pink flower petals twirl in the air. They reach Empress Sindel, who sits between Kitana and Melina. Umgadi thump their spears.
How dare you, Li Mei? It's not enough that you let Jared be murdered. You let Liu Kang destroy the rest of my family?
My heart broke when your husband died. I lost not only my Emperor, but you, my closest friend. I know you may never forgive me.
She puts a hand to her chest.
But don't be blinded by anger and grief. We are here to help you.
Tanya chokes Li Mei with rope tied around her wrist. She elbows Tanya's head and twists around to strike. Liu Kang seizes spears. Kitana charges in, to Melina.
No, daughter. Your condition.
Li Mei sidesteps Tanya's punch, then kicks her to the ground. Kitana closes in.
Your faithlessness astounds, Li Mei. How can you side with Earthrealm against us?
I'm acting for your family's benefit, and for Outworld's. If you took a moment, you'd realize it.
Fight!
Jarrett is in Mortal Kombat 4.
Attacker hits the victim's face with a hook, then twists their arm to break their shoulder. Kitana flings her fan blades into the victim, leaps, summons the fans back, and drives them into their skull.
You must be smarter, Princess.
Sindel.
No, Melina. I forbid it.
I must. If I won't risk my life for the throne, I'm not worthy of it.
Brushing away Sindel's hand, she strikes Li Mei. Li Mei blocks. She cleaves Li Mei's throat and kicks her to the ground.
I remember teaching you that, Princess. You were but a girl.
That was long ago. Much has changed.
My loyalty to your family hasn't. Trust me now as you did then.
Melina lunges and throws punches. Li Mei ducks and kicks her down.
Please, Princess, just listen. We shouldn't fight.
Melina rises and reveals her Tarkat symptoms. Jagged teeth protrude. Melina! Her sharp tongue jerks as she knocks Sindel over. Li Mei dashes over to pull Melina off her mother.
Forgive me, Princess. But I won't allow you to hurt yourself or anyone else.
Fight!
must be careful. I cannot harm her.
So what games have you got, Manny, on PlayStation 5?
Tarkat makes victims of us all.
Tanya rubs her wrists and quickly attends Melina, her black braid swaying. She procures a syringe and injects its serum into Melina's neck. The princess's wide, deformed mouth and jagged teeth recede, and her face transforms back to normal. Life returns to Melina's eyes. Sindel stands to face Li Mei. Melina groggily places her hand on Tanya's. They exchange looks. Tanya smiles.
Praise Argus. Thank you. I am in your debt.
No, Your Majesty. There can be no debt between friends.
Liu Kang steps in.
I am glad she is safe, and that our conflict has ended.
It is paused, not ended. Li Mei has earned my goodwill. Whether you do remains to be seen.
I seek only peace, Your Majesty.
She squints.
Is that why you send minions on secret missions into my empire? You've proved yourself the enemy I was long warned you would be.
I understand your anger, but I had reason to believe that Shang Tsung posed a threat to both of us. Until I confirmed them, I did not want to burden you with my suspicions.
And now?
They have proven true. Shang Tsung, Quan Chi, the General. They conspire to conquer our realms.
A serious charge. Where is your proof?
At Shang Tsung's laboratory. If what you see there does not convince you, I will surrender Earthrealm without a fight.
Later in the lab, Sindel grimaces at a chained hybrid with amputated limbs and spilled guts. Liu Kang, the princesses, and Umgadi watch.
How could I have so misjudged them? For Shang Tsung to indulge in such depravity. For General Shao to condone it. They are not the men I thought them.
Despite my best efforts, neither man nor Quan Chi are who they were meant to be.
They're not your responsibility. They're Outworlders.
But it is I who crafted their destinies, along with those of all other beings, at the dawn of history.
You created the realms. Is your mind addled, demigod?
I am a mere demigod now. But eons ago, I was more powerful than all of the Elder Gods combined. I was a Titan, and the Keeper of Time.
He pushes air in a circle to create a small sandstorm. Sand and light collect to form Geras. A gold dragon tattoo sits on his bare brown shoulder. He conjures an image of an hourglass.
This is Geras.
Your Majesty, Your Highnesses.
Geras is the guardian of the Hourglass. A celestial object which lies beyond the realms. The Hourglass regulates time and destiny. When I wielded its power, it was upon me to craft all
what you
of
think,
existence.
Just.
Which I did when I restarted history.
Sort of spiritual.
This timeline was preceded by billions more. Though this is the first of Liu Kang's design. The others were designed by his predecessor. Kronika was obsessed with equalizing good and evil. When a timeline veered too far to one or the other, she would halt it and restart history, tinkering with lives and events in the hope of achieving her golden balance.
Prior timelines, Kronika gave Shang Tsung and Quan Chi mastery of the most vile magics. Shao was not a general, a tyrannical ruler bent on conquest. You, Sindel, were his ruthless wife, who would do anything to preserve your privilege. When I took the hourglass from Kronika, I vowed to do better. So in this timeline, the sorcerers would not gain their dark powers. Shao would be your loyal follower, and you would rule Outworld firmly, but fairly.
But someone has interfered with Liu Kang's design. Shao, Shang Tsung, Quan Chi, all have been groomed by an unknown entity to be the villains they were in previous timelines.
Where to begin? Am I to kneel to my creator? Do you expect worship?
No, Your Majesty. My prior role was thrust upon me by circumstance. I am in no way divine.
You had power over all of creation, yet you gave it up.
Because I saw how it drove Kronika mad. I knew I would fare no better had I kept it.
Shao kicks open the door and struts in with Goro, Rain, and the winged Nitara. Sindel advances, followed by the others.
You. How dare you conspire against Outworld?
Not against Outworld, but against your misguided rule. Your deference to him leaves us all vassals.
So you sanction these unspeakable horrors? Lie to me about the threats we face? Thanks to you, Earthrealm blood is already on my hands. Bloodshed, without cause or provocation.
An amulet.
Don't move.
Empress, everyone, stay back.
What is it?
The Amulet of Shinnok, a weapon of terrifying power.
It should not exist. Its maker is powerless, as Liu Kang designed.
Yet more proof of foreign interference.
Enough prattle! You both bend a knee to Outworld's new emperor.
Put down the amulet. Its evil is beyond your control.
Bloody hell.
Do you think I do battle not trained with my weapons? I am more than prepared.
He thrusts the trembling amulet. Glowing tendrils of orange light pull Geras and the princesses into the amulet's central jewel. A fight breaks out and Nitara strikes Sindel.
So General Shao casts his lot with Outworld's enemies against me. He's a fool to ally with you blood-sucking fiends.
Fight!
Move. Special moves. Low hairball. Down directional button. Left directional button. Square button. Damage 60.00. Enhanced low hairball. Down directional button. Left direct. Hairball. Down. Hairball. Down directional button. Right directional button. Square button. Damage.
Shao is getting his wish.
It is a pointless endeavor.
Goro wallops the victim in the face, then pulls both arms apart to rip them out of their sockets. He headbutts the victim. Nitara kicks her victim upward, then stabs her claws through their neck before slamming across the floor.
You're no better than Shang Tsung's monstrosities.
Liu Kang ducks under Rain's staff swing, then elbows his face just before Sindel jump kicks him to the floor.
Tanya and your daughters, they are not dead, but trapped in the amulet. We can still save them.
They freeze as General Shao raises the amulet to them. Li Mei leaps through the air and kicks Shao to the floor, making him drop the amulet. Sindel grabs it. Soldiers chase them into a corridor. Liu Kang turns and blasts a stream of fire at the soldiers, igniting several. Sindel screams purple sonic energy at the ceiling, making it collapse between them and the soldiers.
Detain!
They hurry to the lab's upper level where numerous warriors and soldiers fight. Sindel marches to Reiko.
It's no surprise that you are party to Shao's treason. Know that it will cost you your life.
I owe him mine many times over. Sacrificing it in his service would be an honor.
Fight.
Motaro charges the victim with a headbutt, then back kicks their torso to shatter their ribs. Reiko throws a spear through his victim's chest. He breaks off the spear's handle to smash it through their skull.
If you fought this hard against Earthrealm,
Tell me to lost that round. Okay, gotta retry.
Sacrificing it in his service would be an honor.
This is tough.
Fight!
Motaro is his cameo. Yeah!
God. Misled you makes you no less culpable. You answer for crime.
If you fought this hard against Earthrealm, no one would rise against you.
Your rebellion is doomed.
Rain and Shao enter. Rain blasts a water bolt at Sindel. Li Mei shields Sindel and gets knocked back.
Your betrayal hurts most, Rain. I thought of you as a son.
I've outgrown you, Empress. Shang Tsung's taught me that I've scratched just the surface of my power. To explore it, I can't be bound by your limits.
Fight!
Attacker punches the victim airborne, then grabs their ankles to slam them down. Rain summons two tendrils of water which wrap around the victim's hips to electrocute them and shatter their pelvis.
Now. Sindel still won.
Show you.
Sacrificed your position and reputation. Neither will you get back.
Damn it. Lost.
I've outgrown you, Empress. Shang Tsung's taught me that I've scratched just the surface of my power. To explore it, I can't be bound by your limits.
Fight!
reputation. Neither will you get back.
Got it!
You are forever dead to me.
General Shao headbutts an Umgadi, then cleaves off her arm with his axe. He hacks into another shoulder, then wrenches the blade out.
Your reign is over, Sindel.
I remember the weak, sickly boy you were. How your father fought to push you past your infirmities. Now you repay him by spitting on his ideals? Your revolt shreds every value he held dear.
Fight.
Name will be forever tarnished.
The attacker punches the victim airborne, then grabs their ankles to slam them down. General Shao's axe bashes the victim into the air. He leaps and slams the axe to cleave their ribs apart, then dives to stomp them.
Got him.
You are relieved, General.
The amulet, Your Majesty.
Sindel hands Liu Kang the amulet. Fiery light pours from it as Liu Kang holds it up. Orange energy streams from the amulet. Melina, Kitana, Tanya, and Geras materialize. Sindel runs to her daughters, and they all hug tightly.
I hate to disrupt, but we must act quickly to save Earthrealm.
Is that the command of my creator?
No, Your Majesty. It is the request of a friend.
He smiles warmly. Later, Liu Kang, Giras, Sindel, Tanya, Melina, Kitana, Smoke, and Scorpion stand in a tree line of the forest surrounding Shang Tsung's ruined fortress and gaze up at 4 green solnados shining from behind its ramparts. Shang Tsung and Quan Chi stand before a large stone well filled with green light. The dragon crown rises out from it. Shang Tsung takes it.
We are ready. And the Soul Stealers? Keep them running. I am sure we'll find a use for the collected souls.
They walk to the stone steps of the fortress's immense entryway. A soldier stands with his back to a railing in a terrace. Kitana hops up from behind and stabs his neck with a knife. She throws him over the balcony, then jumps up over it to the terrace with Tanya and Melina. Melina dashes to a soldier manning a siege weapon on the rampart from behind. She plunges a knife into his neck, takes control of the weapon, and fires its massive bolt at a soldier standing at another Scorpio nearby. Kitana shoves the soldier over the top of a rampart as she and Tanya hurry past. Scorpion stands at the edge of a tall wall. He throws his kunai-tipped rope dart at the head of a soldier below. It impales his skull, then Scorpion hoists him up. Smoke runs along the rooftop of the portcullis, then hops down to the others standing at its entrance. They peer at numerous soldiers marching near the 4 Soul Stealers.
Will they stand down, if ordered?
No. Those are the General's most loyal lieutenants.
They must be neutralized if we are to shut down the Soul Stealers.
Yes, they do. We should split up.
Liu Kang, Melina, Smoke, Sindel, Kitana, Tanya, and Giras sprint through the portcullis into the soldiers guarding the Soul Stealers. Umgadi priestesses and other warriors fight the soldiers while Melina and Tanya break away from the group and raise their weapons to a Soul Stealer. They freeze and turn to Ermac as he floats behind them.
Stay behind me, Princess.
No. We fight together.
He telekinetically throws chunks of a wall at them. One knocks Tanya to the ground while Melina bounds across the others midair and leaps to Ermac. She launches her back just before she can strike with her side blade. Ermac throws Melina and Tanya up to the fortress ramparts. Tanya tries to sit up, teeth gritted and a hand over her torso. Melina crawls to her.
What's wrong?
My ribs. They may be broken.
Ermac levitates above them, green energy pooling around his hands.
Help me up!
No, Tanya, stay down. This time, I protect you.
We are Ermac. It is pointless to resist us.
Come any closer, and you'll feel the points of my blades.
We are many. You are one. Your souls will become part of our collection. Fight.
You'll have no part of me, Ermac.
Amazing, Melina. In another life, you could have been Umgadi.
I prefer this one, dearest Tanya.
Melina helps her up, then holds her arm as they pass by Ermac's twitching body.
We must leave. Quickly.
Melina, Wait.
Melina stops and turns to Ermac.
Father?
Ermac staggers to her. His dry and gnarled face transforms, softening into that of a living man's. His eyes are a muted green.
Father? Is it truly you?
Yes, Melina. This body was created from the living forest's souls. Mine was one of them. Your attack broke the spell that binds us. Now, I am in control.
Father!
Melina and Jared embrace tightly. They pull back and he looks at Tanya.
You are Umgadi, but not Li Mei.
I replaced her after your death, Your Majesty. She left the Order rather than accept punishment.
Punishment? It was not her fault.
A discussion for another time, Father. We must go.
They glance over their shoulders, then hurry off. Liu Kang and Geras stride across the fortress plaza while Jared floats himself, Melina, and Tanya to the ground nearby. Kitana dashes to Jared and throws her arms around him. His smile drops as he turns to Sindel.
Jared?
She runs to him.
Yes, Sindel. It's me.
How I've missed you.
They share a deep smile as she touches his face.
Greetings, Jared.
Liu Kang bows.
Liu Kang, my friend. We meet again.
It is good to have you back. We once again find ourselves in challenging circumstances.
And once again, we will prevail. As always, Sindel, I am yours to command.
She beams as he rests a hand on her shoulder. Shang Tsung wears the dragon crown near Quan Chi in the Tomb of the Dragon Army. They watch 10 dragon warriors punch and kick the air in unison. Melina, Kitana, and Smoke sneak behind rows of inactive dragon warriors on the other side of the cavern. Melina observes Quan Chi and Shang Tsung.
How is it they're unaware that the Soul Stealers are shut down?
We are deep within the mountain. From here, they couldn't tell.
Liu Kang, Scorpion, Geras, Jared, and Sindel join them.
Look at them conspiring. It is history we should not be repeating.
We must take the crown. Without it, he can't raise more warriors.
Our odds will improve if we can surround them.
I'll distract them while the rest of you get into position. Leave it to me, Mother.
She steps away from the others.
Shang Tsung.
Shang Tsung turns to Melina as she approaches.
Princess Melina.
I bring news from Outworld. Sindel is deposed. General Shao now rules.
And yet you are still free.
To succeed, the General needed help on the inside. I provided it.
The heir to the throne gives it up willingly.
It is a burden I've never wanted. The realm is better left in General... Emperor Shao's hands.
A most mature perspective. Outworld benefits from your wisdom.
Yes, Shang Tsung, it does. But not in the manner that you expect.
Everyone else drops from the upper level and quickly surrounds Shang Tsung, Quan Chi, and the Dragon Warriors before attacking. Liu Kang and a warrior trade punches. Another punches Geras' face. Unfazed, he hammers its head with his fist. Tanya batters a warrior with her staff. Shang Tsung and Quan Chi face Melina.
A bold gambit, Princess.
It is an impressive display of guile. Who knew she was so capable?
You count yourselves among my doubters. I will count you among the dead.
Fight.
There will be consequences for forsaking Outworld.
Shang Tsung clenches his teeth and sits up. He looks at the terracotta soldiers, then turns to the dragon crown on the floor near him.
Thanks to the princess, this fight is ended.
The fight, perhaps. Not the battle.
True. Until your benefactor is caught, the realms remain threatened. Who is she, sorcerer?
They turn to the crown as green energy swirls around it.
Speak of the devil. Liu Kang. Meet Damashi.
Damashi?
The crown shines gold and floats. Sand spirals beneath it. Then another Shang Tsung materializes along with clones of the others.
You are the victim of deception, sorcerer.
You're not Damashi. You're me. More correctly, you are me. A poor facsimile, anyway. Made lesser by Liu Kang's meddling.
What's happening here? Who is he?
This Shang Tsung is whom I battled for the Hourglass. I thought him dead.
As I did you, Liu Kang. It turns out our battle released mammoth energies which ripped apart time's fabric. The fight had two conclusions. In one, I was the victor. In the other, it was you. It was eons before I discovered this. Once I did, I knew the path forward.
I took this form and infiltrated your timeline. I elevated these wretches, giving them great power. Together, they sowed discord among the realms, and assembled for me the Dragon Army. I led them to believe they were aiding my conquest of Earthrealm and Outworld. But my intent is to exterminate all life in this timeline, and then merge it into my own.
You promised us realms. Now you leave us to slaughter? You were pawns, not partners. Your purpose served. You will be sacrificed.
We served you loyally. Built you the Dragon Crown.
This is a toy. I do not need it to control the Dragon Army. Only the souls contained within.
The Titan Shang Tsung from the Dark Timeline crumples the crown, releasing numerous souls from it that stream into the different statues. He smiles with the other dark versions of the fighters.
Goodbye, Liu Kang. Neither you nor your timeline will be missed.
He teleports away. Dark Sindel steps forward as Dark Raiden stands behind her, eyes red.
It appears our interests align. For now.
Know that I trust neither of you. I will finish you both at the first hint of treachery.
Dark Sindel smiles wickedly as Dark Raiden rises behind her. He crackles with red electricity. The fighters charge and Dark Sindel screams a sonic blast at them. Melina rushes Dark Raiden, but he shoots her with a lightning bolt, knocking her down. Jared kneels by her.
Melina, what's wrong?
Her fangs grow.
Serum wearing off. Must stay in control. You attack my family, I will make you suffer.
Further resistance serves no purpose. This timeline will be destroyed. Fight.
Move list.
And I am gonna end it there.
Main menu. Cross button confirm. Cross. Check. Campaign. Story. Fight your way through a cinematic story. Cross button confirm. Left and right. Select campaign mode. Up and down. Change category. Touchpad button open combat card. Options button open story.
Well, hope you enjoyed watching. Thank you for watching, and I will see you next time. See ya. Over and out.
Mortal Kombat.